Amado Hernandez was born in Hagonoy, Bulacan but grew up Tondo, Manila, where he studied at the Manila High School and at the American Correspondence School. While being a reporter, columnist and editor of several newspapers and magazines including Watawat, Mabuhay, Filipino, Makabayan, and Sampaguita, he also owned his Boticraft. He received the Republic Culture Heritage Award, a number of palancas, and an award from the National Press Club for his journalistic achievements. After World War II, he became a member of the Philippine Newspaper Guild, and his writings increasingly dealt with the plight of the peasant and laborer. Influenced by the philosophy of Hobbes and Locke, he advocated revolution as a means of change. In 1947, he became the president of the Congress of Labor Organization, or CLO. His activities and writings lead him to imprisonment from 1951 to 1956. Even in prison, he was still a leader and artist, spearheading education's program and mounting musical productions, plays, and poetry reading. It was during his incarceration that he wrote his masterpiece, Mga Ibong Mandaragit or Predatory Birds. His prison writings were smuggled out by his wife, Zarzuela Star Honorata or Atang Dilarama, who would become our national artist for music and theater.
Amado died on 24 March 1970 in the wake of the first quarter storm, whose leaders and activists recited his words. He left a legacy that includes Isang Dipang Langit or An Armed Stretch of Sky, Kung Tuyo na ang Luha Mo, Aking Bayan, or When Your Tears Have Dried, My Country, Panata sa Kalayaan or Pledge to Freedom, and the novel Luha ng Buhaya or Crocodile Tears. He was posthumously honored as our National Artist for Literature in 1973. Together with poet Jose Garcia-Bella, Amado V. Hernandez was the first to receive the title in literature. Amado gave voices to the oppressed peasants and laborers, rendering them powerful verses and plots that should have gone down as a compelling chronicle of a struggle of a people, but still proved to be an influential instrument in constituting reform and empowerment. A literary artist that he is, Amado remains to be a social and political leader, fast becoming to be an icon of the working class.
Amado V. Hernandez wrote the story entitled Mga Ibong Mandaragit or Predatory Birds. So these are the characters of the story. Andoy, the protagonist, found Simon's treasures. Dolly Montero, Andoy's partner when he went to Paris. Tata Matias, foster father of Mando. Don Montero, the immoral businessman who owns Hacienda. Montero, Dolly's father. Settings: Manila, Paris, USA, Don Montero's Hacienda. The story starts after the liberations of the Philippines in Second World War. Andoy, a servant, escaped from Don Montero for suspecting as a guerrilla. Andoy settled and lived with Tata Matias to avoid detection. Tata Matias showed Andoy the path where Simon from Nolimitangere stored his treasures. They then proceeded to go to the location with acquaintance to two guerrillas, Caryo and Martin. They successfully located the said treasure, but selfishness quickly came into them. Both Caryo and Martin plans to deviate Andoy by taking him out. Their plans quickly failed as Caryo got eaten by a shark and died immediately, while Martin got killed by Andoy by self-defense. However, Andoy got slashed by Martin in the face, leaving him unrecognizable. Because of this, Andoy decides to change his name to Mando Plaridel.
The newly formed Mando Plaridel plans to make a publication company called Campilan. He left the company to be managed by Magat, one of his associates. After this, Mando decided to travel west. In Paris, he met Dolly Montero and went to America. It was then after he came back to Manila that he found out that the government wants to shut down his company. He found out that Tata Pastor is not trusted with Don Montero whatsoever. This leads to the farmers from the hacienda to be forced to flee, including Tata Pastor, Mando's father, and Pori, his cousin. Mando went to Dolly's house. Dolly found out that Mando's real name was Andoy, who used to work for his father. Mando intended to make his publication to expose corruption in the government. Mando is also eyeing on his former master, Don Montero, as he is the kingpin of smugglers. Ando Plaridel did not hesitate but to fight against the oppression of Don Montero. He will not stop until he attained justice.